A two, a one. Hey there, and welcome to Game Snacks, where we are from the future. I'm your host, Tommy Swags, and with me on the other screen is Rickus and Toby.
He said
What's up,
with.
guys? Yeah, I said with. With.
He did a great job talking.
I pulled a Toby. I pulled a Toby.
That is me.
Great
That
job,
is
words.
typically me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, how's life in Tennessee? You know?
It's
Way
good.
better now that you're gone.
Yeah.
It rained today
Yeah.
a lot, and I got
Oh.
real muddy and
It
wet.
rained because there's so much stuff that you left behind, like chicken wings and tubes.
Can't wait
I
for
have
my
no-
wing of the week. Can't wait for my wing of the
My
week.
windows cracked in my car because it's so
Oh.
hot out now, and I forgot to roll them up, so now my car seat's wet.
And it smells like
so I
butt.
sat and my butt got
Oh
wet.
my gosh! It's like
Uh,
one time, my Jeep, back when I was in town and country, or just before that, I had this Jeep where the driver's side window wouldn't roll down, and then it leaked from the AC in the inside of the car. So in the summertime, I had a choice between rolling it down or turning the AC on to have wet floors. It was
Your Jeep was the worst. It didn't
was.
have power steering. I
Mhm,
remember
yeah.
trying to drive your Jeep, and you had to be like, "Ah,
I
God,
got super strong. I got super strong.
turn."
that's
Yeah.
oh, that's how your one arm got so strong.
Yeah, that's how I
Oh.
got strong.
Oh,
Hyperbolic
man.
No,
time chamber.
it wasn't from Ricky's hat.
Hyperbolic time chamber.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
So you're a DBZ character.
Yes,
yes, we are.
Hmm.
Well, we are going to talk, speaking of hyperbolic time chamber, we're having our top 5 favorite sci-fi games tonight. So that's going to be the main course, and it's going to be pretty
honor
awesome.
Of Cyberpunk being badass.
2077.
And because of our topic, I wore my alien shirt.
we are. Oh,
I wore Joust.
As you. That is kind of sci-fi.
Yeah,
you guys pick sci-fi,
you're
pick
riding like
top
space
five.
llamas. What was that?
Yeah, the act of jousting is just medieval, but the game, I guess, is sort of it's more
Yeah.
fantasy. Sci-fi.
Ostriches? Yeah.
Yeah, you're riding
They're
ostriches in
space
space.
ostriches.
Yeah,
Space hostages.
Great job, words.
great
Yeah.
job, words.
Well, I was choking on the Frito. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everybody knows that listens to this podcast that I am an uber sci-fi fan. So this is my favorite episode ever.
The most best. Well, let's go ahead because we do have a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead hit into quick bites. I wish you guys did that too. That would have been cool.
We need a sound.
Yeah, we do. Toby,
What
get
was
on that. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm very
Spaced
creeped out
out for a second.
But no, so no, we got a lot of stuff going on in the gaming industry this week. Ow, I just like popped my thumb out of place.
Oh my gosh, worst host ever.
I know, worst toast ever. I lost my thumb. Oh, wait, how's it? Yeah, there you go. It's gone.
Can we go on the show, please?
Anyways, so we've got some games that just came out. It's beginning of the month, so we got some Xbox games for Xbox Gold. The one I'm excited about is
Good.
what? What were you gonna say?
Oh, good. Oh, good. Good.
Because we each had like a
Think about-
section to talk
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, go ahead.
So-
I was making sure you just have to say because I'm the Sony guy usually. I'm
I would-
making sure you're
I was gonna say Sony.
okay.
Well, I was gonna say one of the games because
Just
I've
do
been
it.
playing it, and that was it.
Just do it. Okay.
Is Destiny 2 has come out for free just in time for the Forsaken patch that comes out like next tomorrow, maybe. I think it's
They're trying really hard to get me to
Yeah,
give them money, which is not going to happen.
but the game itself, it's a great game. So having it for the free game is really nice. Like it's fun to get back in the world and play.
Is it a great game or is it a great free game?
Ooh.
Very good point.
Both right now. I only have like
Wow.
6 hours into it. It's fun. Like I think it's more fun than the first one. And then yeah, and it's free, which is even better.
I'll let you continue the intro to Quick Bites, but this is something we can debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is very debatable.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of it for me. I know Rickus has.
What? Wait a minute. Whoa, aren't you
Yeah.
getting something tonight? What is that?
Oh.
Oh, whoa.
Wait, what was it? What am I picking? What do I have to pick up in like an hour or two?
Jesus, Tommy.
Okay,
Is
Tommy
it
tries to be
my
like-
PS4 Spider-Man edition? Can't wait.
Finally.
I don't have internet, so I won't get to actually play Spider-Man tonight.
But you can.
Well, I guess I could hotspot it, but I think I get the DLC code. I don't know that I'm getting the disc. I don't know.
Oh,
if
you
I
want
just-
the digital version?
I don't know.
Probably is what it came with.
Probably because it comes with all the bonus DLC.
You're gonna get throttled so hard tonight.
I know.
I'm super jealous. I rented the game and I probably won't get it for a couple weeks.
Right. Yeah. It
Maybe
should be
next
good.
year.
And one more, since you've taken all of Sony topics here, one more thing about Sony.
Sorry, I'm a real Sony fanboy unlike you.
So they doubled down on crossplay.
Yeah.
Yep. So they said Sony's the best place to play, so they refused to open up crossplay between all their consoles or PC.
I would argue that they are not the best place to play.
Ooh.
That
Why would you?
Microsoft, for both PC and Xbox, have a much better online service than PlayStation.
I would agree.
And now it's even better because you can play between those platforms, and occasionally you can play with Nintendo as well.
That's right.
Which opens the doors for more competition, more people to play with.
Yep, I agree 100%.
So yeah, I've never thought Sony's had a standout online service anyway.
No.
So
No.
I literally only play my PlayStation for single player exclusives.
Right. So kind of the same, but although when Ricky went through his big protest of like only playing PS4 games so he could play it with like his brother and cousin and stuff, that's when I really got into it more. But
Only multiplayer, get that right.
yeah.
Right. And I mean,
Whatever.
it's fine. It's not like their online service is bad. Like, I still play Overwatch on my PlayStation because, like you just said, I bought it when we were all playing on PlayStation.
It used to be where it was free, and then it's, oh, the service is terrible, but it's free. You're like, oh, okay, at least it's free. But now you're paying for it. Like, what am I paying for?
It's all right. I'm not getting dropped, but it's just not like the user interface isn't as great as Microsoft. But
their store's better.
I'm trying to download Destiny, and it's been like 3 days, and it's like, you have 20 hours left.
Yeah, mine took forever, a day and a half. And because once you do it, then there's like you launch it, and then there's like in-game update too. So you have like there's just so much extra stuff. So I want to play like on Monday.
Xbox,
I started on Monday, didn't get to play till Wednesday.
Jesus.
I got the Game Pass because it's like $2 for 2 months right now. So I got it just to try it out, and I downloaded like the Halo Master Chief Collection, Rage, like Technomancer, all these games. Most of them were done within a couple of hours, and the ones that weren't done while I was gaming, they download in the background. I turned off my Xbox, and they downloaded while it was off, so that when I re-log on, they're ready to play. Where PlayStation, you have to have the PlayStation on.
It's supposed to run that though. Like you can set a setting to where if you're in rest mode, it will still do updates and continue downloads. So
I never put it on rest mode.
You're a PlayStation Plus member though.
Right, which I am too. So
to get the online, but
I think they've got the best store.
Rare.
Yeah, I don't know, but we had a lot too. I mean, we had leaks of the new iPhone that happened today. We got the 9.
Wait, is this a segue?
Are you,
no.
You're just gonna take every topic?
Yeah, I was just pushing it along. Pushing it along. We're getting real hit on this. I was gonna let you finish with the other 2 models.
He sold everything. No, just continue, sir. Continue.
All right, well, fine then. Fine, deal with it. Sorry, I was
love how our
bored.
podcast normally ends up being Ricky and Tommy arguing.
Yeah.
He steals everything.
Whatever. I'm the host. I do what I want. But
he's drunk with power.
Drunk with power.
I'm just gonna sit over here.
Yeah, do it. Good. I can't see you. Good.
You said iPhone leaks?
Yep. So they have the 9 and then the XS and the XS Max. And they all look the same. I don't know. I couldn't tell by looking at a picture which one was which.
It showed the backside. It didn't really show the screen.
Right. That was kind of weird, but whatever.
I've been an Apple fan for a long time. Macintosh, really. I've had them since I was a kid. But lately, their new iPhone model has been annoying me. Like,
Which one?
well, it used to be okay, you got the iPhone 5, and then the next year was the 5S, and then the next year was the 6, and then the 6S or whatever. Now it's like, hey, here's 4 different phones all at once. And on top of it, their numbering system is stupid. So it's like, here's the 8, 8S, and X, which Roman numerals is 10.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going back to a 9 and then an XS, a 10S. I mean, it's just getting confusing. Like,
Yeah, it is certainly confusing. Here's my theory. I think that they never actually came out and said iPhone X is actually means Roman numeral 10.
Yes, it does.
It's so. Do you want to stop?
But either way, though, it's still multiple phones
so they
in
are,
each year.
But I get what you're saying. So what my theory is now, it looks like the trend is that the numerical ones, like the 8, 7, or 7, 8, 9, those ones will be the same template. This one right here, it's going to be the same structure. It's going to have the home button. I think the X versions are going to be like they're very techy, and while this one becomes the normal one.
So the X is going to be like their experimental phone.
Right. That's what I'm thinking, because they never actually said X is Roman numeral 10, so that's why I think this one's just XS. That one that's coming out to the iPhone 9. They're skipping 8S. They're not even doing S. They're just doing It's been 7, 8, and 9. There's been no S versions.
Right. So they canceled S and they switched to X.
And they canceled the Plus version.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Which I never got because I like my phones to fit in my pocket. And I don't wear cargo pants, so...
I wear
Burn.
jeans. I don't have any cargo pants.
Hey, do you have Crocs?
Yes, I do.
So yeah, whatever. I'll probably get it just because my phone's so old and I need a new one.
You need one.
Yeah, you do.
Wait till this Thursday. They'll announce a price drop if you're interested in getting a phone. So you'll probably get like $100, maybe even $200 off, depending on the model. So just keep an eye out.
So Ricky, I'm going to give you the opportunity since I'm a kind friend and I understand your love for Sony. But did you want to bring up the other thing that Sony released this month along with Destiny?
Yes, it's God of War Remastered 3. God of War 3 Remastered.
Tell our fans how much you love God of War.
I love it. I wanted to name my son Kratos, but my wife won't let me.
What about a dog?
So much he changed his birth certificate. So Ricky's official name is actually First Knight Kratos Link.
No, it's not. Anyways, when God of War the first one came out, I had it pre-ordered. I saw a special on G4 TV, if you guys can remember that channel.
G4, yeah.
They did a 30-minute special on it, and then I fell in love with it, pre-ordered it, and then got the first version, or the first game. It was really awesome, and ever since I played all of them.
It's fun. I think I've played them all. Maybe 3 I haven't.
I only played a couple of them. I didn't really like them.
I played
but
the
first
two.
new one was so good.
Oh my gosh! I just turned my PlayStation on today, and then forgot there's new Game Plus.
Oh, I don't know. To me, it was a really solid game. I really enjoyed it. It's not going to be my game of the year, and I don't.
Red Dead Redemption 2?
I don't know. It's debatable. But I'd liked it enough, but I don't think I'm going to go back and replay it. I feel like I got the story. I got what I wanted out of it. I enjoyed pretty much every minute of it, but that's good.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. Like, I'm a little upset. So, like, like Final Fantasy 15 was one that I absolutely loved. And I even went back and I bought, I bought the season pass with it and everything. I never went back. Like, I didn't play any of the new stuff.
Speaking of playing, what's everybody playing now? Like, since last episode, what have we been playing?
Destiny 2. That's literally all I've played. I did try Technomancer. Because I signed up for the...
It's alright.
It was...
Okay.
I didn't like it. It felt like it was clunky controls.
To me, it's like a B movie version of Mass Effect.
Yeah.
It's like third person RPG. It's like got vibes like Mass Effect. Like, I'm enjoying it somewhat. I might continue to play it further, but it's like it's got promise with the combat, but it's not as good. It's got some cool story elements, but it's not as good. It's like it's got a lot of good ideas, but none of them are as good. Yeah. So it's like B movie Mass Effect, and it's more cyberpunk too than it is like space opera.
I've been putting a lot of hours into Dead Cells. It's really fun.
I've never heard of that game.
Oh, you mean the game I reviewed last week?
Yeah.
No, I didn't have a review.
Gave us a review of? Oh. How close do you think you are to beating it?
I already beat it. I just played it again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So nice. It's just that it has a lot of replay value for me. So I'm just trying different ways to do it now.
Well, cool.
Because there's so many things you can unlock as far as progression. So I'm just putting way more hours into it. And then after that, I had to be honest to my viewers here, and been also dividing my time between playing games and watching a lot of TV.
What?
But there's so much
Jack
good
Ryan,
TV out there.
And Jack Ryan was a video game character at one point.
Yeah.
Right.
So I watched episode 2 of Jack Ryan.
I finished it.
Oh, nice. Wow.
I killed it. And if you guys are Amazon Prime Twitch users, if you log in, you get 400 bits.
What? You also have what? What? Yes. Whoa! I need to do that.
So
I need bits.
Watching us on Twitch.
I need all the biddies.
Yeah.
Send me all the biddies.
Well, I'm kind of in your boat too, Ricky, and surprising to our listeners, I've kind of put down my Switch for a little while.
What?
And I've
oh my gosh,
over to Xbox mostly because of the trial for Game Pass. I was like, I'll give it a shot. So I downloaded Technomancer. I played that a little bit. And then I also downloaded Rage, which I played.
You're in love with that game.
I played it. I've only played it once and I played it a long time ago when it first came out. And it's all right. It's not a great game, but I'm enjoying it. And I guess I'm revisiting it just to get ready for the next, because Rage 2 looks awesome. And so it's basically been back and forth between those and like you've been watching TV, I've been binging movies since this is a sci-fi episode, and since we just saw the Cyberpunk demo, and I'm such a huge sci-fi fan, I've just been like binging Cyberpunk movies, just like Hackers, Videodrome, Naked Lunch, like Blade Runner. Like I've bought all.
Do they eat lunch naked? Naked? I've never seen Naked Lunch. This is just people eating lunch.
It's a Cronenberg film. If you've ever seen Cronenberg movies, he's the guy who directed The Fly. He directed Videodrome. He's into what they call body horror. So those are like kind of like The Thing. It's like the sci-fi where like people's like mutate and their body just like. And I also download. I'm buying that Japanese film Tetsuo, the Bullet Man.
I don't think you are.
Bullet Man, the Iron Man, and he was like his film. It's like black and white, and the guy like gets this disease, and so all these like biomechanics start growing out from his flesh, and he turns into this weird. And of course, there's martial arts because it's Japanese, but crazy stuff like that. Matrix, obviously, all the good cyberpunk films. So I've been watching those.
Before we move on to the main course, our chat wants us to acknowledge them.
Oh my god, we have the worst chat
we
people
didn't forget
ever. There's Chuckles and Green comparing phone sizes.
Yeah, 13. They really are.
Yeah.
How come Ricky and Steven aren't reading the chat?
Yeah.
Because we're trying to maintain the show. We can't just stop every
we're doing a show here. This we have
it's right on my
screen, so listeners that listen to the audio only.
Yeah.
And they get this later in the week.
They called us cucks because we don't really play video games.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Oh, coming from TJ, the worst video gamer of all time, who relentlessly once a week at least is like, I hate video games. I'm done with them.
Yeah,
I'll never play a game again in my life.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he only plays the worst video game of all time.
And he's claimed he's played 4 Final Fantasy games, one character or the plot.
Well, I think this guy's name might have been like Sky or something. Yeah, I know. But no, it's kind of a side note. Dude, I'm so stoked for this for the Alexa update for the Xbox. Dude, I use my Alexa for
Oh, yeah.
so much stuff. Turns my lights on. All.
I'm having trouble understanding right now.
You said her name. It's not her fault.
I know.
It's not her fault. Don't hit her.
Stop. Stop. But I use it for all my with my Fire Stick. I just say whatever, it launches the app, turns my TV on, does all that. So when I can incorporate that to my video games,
Boom.
Could be cool. Yeah, I haven't been using Cortana at all.
Yeah.
Can you use it at all with the One X if you don't have?
If it's on, if you have a microphone in, yes. So if you plug a microphone into your headset, you can.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't
yeah.
online game much, so that's
Right.
not happening.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways, host.
Game's trash. All right, let's go ahead, hit the main course.
Actually, it's like a very.
It's
soft,
like
slow-
it's like almost
Violin.
like symphonic.
It's
or
like a
something.
grandiose,
Yeah.
like Ocarina of Time when you first walk out into Hyrule Field, and it just,
Yeah.
or when the morning comes, it's that
It's
little.
really cool, like how we're describing our sound effects. To people.
Yeah,
Well,
who are listening to
The
it.
streamers don't get to see it. Or,
Yeah, for our
They
audio
don't get to-
listeners, if you're watching live, you do not get to hear these transitions.
They get the more polished version.
yeah.
Ricky has not transitioned yet.
Ricky is
Yeah.
not
Yeah, it's,
transitioned. It's
pre-op.
pre-op. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so we'll let Tommy to pretend to host in.
pretend hosting all the power.
This
I
guy.
don't know. I'm so hyped for this, right? You guys have no idea. I don't know why we weren't doing this from the beginning. It's so much more fun.
It's not,
So much
not-
more fun. Oh yeah, absolutely. So you have what's the little what? Oh, I don't know. What am I? What we're talking about? What are we? Yeah, top 5 sci-fi games.
See, our host doesn't even know what the main topic is.
I got distracted. So much stuff started popping up on my screen. I was like,
I can't do this anymore.
sensory overload. So we're
Hey,
gonna
if you guys are
round
curious,
robin.
We're having an open cast for host.
Yeah.
You guys are nothing without me. Nothing.
Most important requirement is that you do not like wings.
Oh no. The show would be dead without the wing of the week.
Wing of the week or sauce of the week.
It
No,
would
we
be
might
dead.
actually have listeners if it weren't for the wing of the week.
Right.
It really should be called sauce of the week because you're putting just a dry rub or sauce.
Well, we already give like sauce ratings to games, so,
Yeah, it's-
so
And by the way, to our listeners, we're not downplaying you. We appreciate you listening to our show. We're just doing a little self-deprecating humor. So we're actually really famous and have thousands of streamers at this moment.
yeah. It may only say 3, but we only have it set up by the thousands.
3 as
It's
it,
3K.
you're missing
Yeah.
you're missing the K, just not
It's
rendering on there.
It's black and it like clashes with the black background, so that's
Yeah.
it. But no, we're gonna go round robin. Are we? We didn't decide. Are we doing our number 1 sci-fi game first, or our number
No.
Why would
5?
we do
Why
that?
would we do that?
No,
Why would you
no.
spoil
You-
the finale?
You know what this is?
Does a fireworks show on 4th of July start with the grand finale?
Yeah,
No.
the
They
good
give you
ones
a
do.
little burst, and then they build up to that
Mhm.
point.
Why don't you use your brain once? Just
No.
once.
What? Well, then what kind of show would we have?
Sophisticated, a popular one maybe? I don't
Yeah.
know. Choose.
All of the nevers.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, round robin. We're gonna start with our number 5 picks, 4, 3, 2, move all the way up to 1, and then once we've all revealed our number 1 pick, then we'll do a real quick honorable mention round because there are so many. As Tommy pointed out when we picked this topic, almost every video game sci-fi. So
Yeah,
there were a million sci-fi games. It was hard for us to
there really were. I started looking through. I was like, oh my god, this is 90% of all video games ever made.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Cyber.
Some of them were a little bit of a stretch for me. Like when I looked up lists to see what other people thought their favorite sci-fi games were, it's like things like Tomb Raider and Uncharted. You know, I
Yeah.
could see it's fantasy, it's fiction. There's some like, but it's not really it's not really sci-fi. So
that's like saying Indiana Jones is sci-fi.
yeah, I mean, I guess if you're talking about the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, it is because it's dealing with aliens and Aztecs. But so yeah, who's gonna start this off, Tommy? And should we do a?
Let Rickus do it. Let him
Okay.
lead. He looks the most. He's trying to troll the chat. Like he's very focused right now. Well, let him pick his number 5.
Number 5. This is not going to be a surprise to anyone.
Okay.
Is Overwatch.
Oh,
nice. And that's just your number 5. That
number 5.
Actually, that's surprising to me that it's your number 5.
Number 5, yeah. Well, nostalgia played a big part in this, and when we mix nostalgia,
yeah. Typically nostalgia wins.
Every
Yeah.
time.
But yeah, technically, Overwatch is sci-fi.
And yeah, it is. It's set 50 years in the future, and it has talking gorillas in it
and robots that shoot.
Mechs, robots. Yeah.
It's a sci-fi montage in there. So, I mean, people don't really need introduction to this game. I've been playing this game for 2 years. The replay value is sky high, and you can just play every single time. Sky high. God, Tommy, will you stop it?
Stop what?
You're distracting.
I think it's probably the only multiplayer game that I'm still playing.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll occasionally jump on Battlefront, but Overwatch, every once in a while I just keep diving back in.
If you dive into like the lore of Overwatch, like basically the Omnics became self-aware. Now there's the world's divided up between AI and humans, and like some parts of the world are like, hey, we're anti-AI, you're not allowed in here. Some people embrace it, so it's a really cool concept, especially for the plot. I mean, it makes the characters deeper, richer. I like it a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah,
we dedicate a whole segment of our show to it.
Yeah, that's true, and we'll
it's the
have
only
the
game
Overwatch update after this.
This is very true.
It just got darker for Tommy.
It did.
Did the sun go down?
I don't know.
Sun go down or
something?
something?
You know what? I had some pop-up stuff that was like really bright. Maybe that's helping.
Oh. Well, anyways, by the way,
screen brightness.
To the listeners, we may have the same picks. None of us know what each other picked.
No, we never
so
do that.
This is just as fun for us to find out what everybody picked as it is for you. We may have some similar picks. They may be at different rankings, but that's the fun of a mystery list.
Just for everybody, the only thing that matters is my list.
And we know my list is going to be garbage. So
garbage. You probably have Zoolander on there, don't you?
Whoa! How did you know?
There is one
Storm,
game that I texted
Super
Tommy the other day, and I was like, if this game is not on your list, you have failed me as a gamer, and you failed me as Swags, because this is such a Swags game.
I feel like so much pressure from this because
is what we talked about earlier today.
Yes.
Okay.
It better be on his list, otherwise I disown him.
I don't know. I feel a lot of pressure by this because I feel like I have a very traditional top 5. So I'm curious. So
okay, so
right.
Tommy, are you going second or me?
I'll go last.
Okay. My number 5 pick for top 5 sci-fi games is BioShock.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with that series. It's such a cool atmosphere, cool vibe. It's different because it's underwater. And when that game came out, the first one, it was pushing the boundaries on graphics, just the whole concept of it, like that opening scene when you go into Rapture. What I really loved about it
is, when did it take place? Was it actually in the future, that one, or was it?
That
was like 1950, wasn't it?
It had like the old school kind of 50s, maybe Cold War era style in the architecture and stuff. And I did like that the whole time you have the guy narrating, you'll hear him on the intercom, the guy who created the Rapture.
Big Daddies.
Yeah, you could, but you'd hear him, like, you'd go into different rooms and you'd hear him talking over the intercom, like obviously it was recorded, and everything's gone to chaos, but things are still playing, so you're learning about the lore as you're just walking through rooms. The plasmid thing where you inject yourself and it's like I can shoot bees out of my hand, or electricity, and just like the people going crazy. Yeah, the big daddies.
Those guys are cool.
Cool. I love that game, and I
never played it.
They released the trilogy. That's like a remastered trilogy or something, so you can get all three.
Yeah,
I might have to revisit those games.
Yeah, I would.
I don't think you will. All right. So is that it? All right, we ready for my number 5? Yeah. Deus Ex.
Nice. I could see Tommy picking that.
I played all of them. You know, I mean, I picked this one because of the whole aspect of the future, like modding and just kind of like the cyborg world, and so I like that. Right, it kind of fits into that whole theme. So I don't know, it's just one of my favorite like game series. I played them all. I've really enjoyed them. You get to be good or bad. You get to go like crazy on the offense, or you can play stealth and hack stuff. Gives you a lot of options, but mostly for me, like when I think of like games that defy like sci-fi for me, I think that the futuristic world where you have all these half human, half robots, doing all this crazy stuff, I think that's like I can really see that. So
it's a cool game. I played the newest one and I enjoyed it. I don't think I finished it because something crashed and I lost like 5 hours of gameplay, and I was like,
oh, that's tough. When that happens at the end, there's I'm kind of done.
I mean,
it's explicit.
Explicit.
So solid pick, and I could totally see Tommy picking that.
Yeah.
I'm happy that that's on his list, because I know from when we were kids, I remember you playing Deus Ex on your computer, and I was like, what is this game?
He cannot sit there and listen to you with a straight face. He
has to make faces. Tommy is.
I'm just like I'm watching you guys, and it's just cracking me up.
You're
just making face. It's like I swear, Tommy must take like 4 hours to like get ready in the morning, because he just makes faces in the mirror.
Like, look at that guy. That guy. What's up?
Hey, you're cool. I'd hang out with you.
You want to go to the gym? Then maybe grab a pumpkin spice latte after.
Anyways, Rickus, what's your number 4? So that was a solid.
That was
number 5 round. That was a good round.
No duplicates.
Like that.
Okay. By the way, though, if either of you take any of my games, I will kill you.
Ooh, a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah. What's your number 4?
Yeah, I don't think.
Borderlands 2. All right.
Man, that was a contender for me.
It was. Yeah.
So why do you pick Borderlands 2?
One, I like the art style, cell shaded. I like the characters. Handsome Jack to me is one of my favorite villains of all time. He's super funny.
He's hilarious.
Constantly referenced in video game culture.
Yeah, it's just so cool. And then the mechanics of the game. So it's a very solid person shooter with RPG elements.
Loot, so much loot.
So much better in that. And then
so is that why you picked 2 over 1?
Well, one was their starting out game. One it wasn't as good as 2 because it's very linear.
Right.
Whereas Borderlands 2, when you played a level, it was much more open. When you played Borderlands 1, it was just like you're going here. The characters were cool, but I didn't think it really took off until part 2.
I agree. I have a game on my list that's similar to that.
Yeah.
So Tommy, you played.
Did you play any of the newer ones?
The Handsome Guys collection.
Yeah, I didn't really care for them as much, but two is my favorite.
2 is my favorite so far, and I like Borderlands 2. I'm really hoping somebody or them even make an MMO. If they make an MMO, I'm in 100%.
I think
such a solid game.
I think I know someone who would love that.
Destiny should have been.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Destiny was an epic fail.
Yeah.
Quit.
Destiny is just a Halo campaign mode. That's all it is.
Or it's not enough RPG.
Yeah, it's too much
but
shooter.
Too much RPG to be a shooter. It just doesn't have a home. It's just bad. It didn't survive. This game will last 10 years.
No, definitely
and then
not.
They released
no.
the second one, and then it just felt like an expansion to the first one.
Yeah.
And Borderlands takes place on a different planet, and you're basically it's taken over by a lot of bandits and stuff like that. So you're always fighting bandits. Sometimes you can get in trouble with the locals as well, and the plot is really cool. So overall, I mean, it's a sci-fi through and through. You actually have sirens in the game, which have magical powers, on like 6 or 7 in the universe, and they can like control time, float stuff, and so it's really cool.
Nice. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's my number 4.
Another good pick. My number 4 was Metroid Prime.
Whoa!
Prime, the one for GameCube.
Yeah.
And
it was so good.
I mean, you all know I'm a Nintendo fan, but
Absolutely.
So it's not only Nintendo, but it's also Sci-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just that game, it just all around, the exploration's amazing, the music's amazing. It's one of the few games where it's like you're alone. There's so much isolation in the game, which would sound depressing, but it's weirdly calming in the atmosphere because there's literally no one there but you and then the monsters and enemies, and just kind of exploring that world. I love the finding new weapons to unlock new areas, and the backtracking and finding all the little secrets. It's like, oh, there's a little hole in the wall. I wonder if I can morph into my ball, get through there, unlock a new area. Metroid series is just such a solid series, but Prime, like that one, it just changed the game. And dude, I swear, the Prime series on GameCube were the best looking games at that time.
They were.
They
like,
even hold up. They're better looking than most like next gen, like 360 or Wii games. You know, they look so.
We
good.
never had good looking games, by the way. But
I got the Prime trilogy, and honestly, as much as people hate when they use Wii motion controls in games, I thought they did a really good job in that Prime series with that. It came native with Metroid Prime 3, but when you got the trilogy, they added it to the first two. But the way you could lock onto your target and then strafe around them with the joystick, but then your motion control pointer was a free aim anywhere. So I could lock onto the main boss and point and shoot at its minions.
Oh, that's cool.
While like kind of strafing. That system felt so good. I loved it.
Yeah.
True story. I threw my arm out playing Wii bowling.
Really?
Not surprised.
That's hardcore, bro.
I don't feel like that's a true story, but
it's a very true story. I woke up the next day, my arm hurt.
Oh no!
But it was worth the spare.
It was worth
it wasn't even a strike. Got 9 pins down. So much disappointment.
So Tommy, what's your incorrect pick for 4?
My correct pick for number 4 is the original StarCraft.
Nice.
Nice. That one, I don't know.
I'll just say, like, you go ahead and talk about it. That was one of my honorable mentions.
That was actually on one of my.
Well, that's fine. You can bring it up later.
You can still talk about mine. So for me, when I said, since sci-fi was such a broad like category, I wanted to pick things that were just like sci-fi that kind of meant something to me. So having like all the space battles, you had like the Protoss, the Zerg, and then the Terran, and it was like
rock, paper, scissors. Right,
and it was just, I don't know, something about like the cool space robots and aliens, and then you had like the Plague, like the Zerg, and so it kind of reminded me of like Starship Troopers and all that stuff. I don't know, it's fun, and I played it for a long time.
Still being played to this day.
So many.
Yeah.
Koreans are dying right now because of lack of sleep. And
I played it last month. You could download for free.
Yeah.
And you can play StarCraft, and Blizzard put back the servers, so you can actually play like real legit games.
Yeah.
I just remember like the custom games though were my favorite.
I honestly didn't play many of the custom games. On StarCraft. I didn't get into custom Blizzard games until Warcraft 3. But StarCraft, a solid Zerg rush.
Yeah.
My strategy was always, if I would either play Terran put a bunch of supply depots to block my entrance, a bunch of siege tanks, and then go air or Protoss, I would just spawn Dragoon after Dragoon after Dragoon and have a million of those.
Protoss was my favorite race.
Mine
But
too.
yeah, such an awesome game. And the Blizzard always had the best cut scenes.
Yes, they do.
You know,
so
it looks so good. I'm still waiting for them to make their full-length CG movie.
Me too.
Yeah.
Screw live action. I just want to watch their CG.
Warcraft movie was getting kind of close. Like the CG that was in it was really good, but there's too.
They put like a 10-minute trailer every time they launch an expansion pack. If they just add all those up into one thing, they could get the whole movie already.
It would be awesome.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, solid number 4, Tommy.
Thank you.
I retract my incorrect.
Oh, you'll probably also like my last 3. So, and I have a feeling we're about to start hitting that realm where we're gonna have a lot of like similar ones stack up. Because
hey, I want to do something to our viewers that are watching live. If you want to go ahead and throw in your picks in the comments, Tommy, each time after Tommy goes, why don't you go ahead and read off what
idea.
our viewers ranked?
I don't like them.
So we're going to be on round 3. So
Christian's going to have bad picks though.
Probably there's going to be some incorrect picks in there.
We have some ex co-hosts on here in our chat,
yeah.
so they're going to sabotage.
We'll put the listener comments. They'll be like the 4th person in rotation.
And the theme is sci-fi games. Top sci-fi.
So we're on round 3. So go ahead and start thinking of your number 3 picks. After Tommy goes, he'll read off the comments. Same for round 2 and then round 1. So Ricky, do you want to go ahead and start off round 3?
Guarantee this is not in any of your lists here. Okay. Perfect Dark.
Ooh.
That was an honorable mention of mine.
God damn it.
That was on my sub list. I had like
list.
Yeah, I had like my main list, my honorable mentions, and then my sub list.
Yeah, it was a rare game. Came after GoldenEye a couple years later. Took place in the far future. They had aliens in the game. You had a sniper rifle that can shoot through walls.
Dude, the Far Sight.
The Far Sight.
Loved it.
And then you had like homing. You can home your rocket launcher. When you shot multiplayer was like the worst thing because your body's standing still and someone else has a guided missile and they're trying to find the body first.
The laptop gun was my favorite.
Oh, dude. It's like freaking turrets. Wait, who?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You could use it, and it was a really good, accurate assault rifle. And then it's alternate fire. You'd throw it, and it turn into a little turret in the room.
Imagine you're in a room playing StarCraft, and all of a sudden someone breaks in. You're going to be prepared for the laptop gun.
Yeah, you just open your laptop. It just homes in on enemies.
We lost a lot of hours to that game. It was really fun.
Multiplayer was awesome. So much fun. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, because you could play like cooperative too. You could throw in like 8 perfect bots. So you could play with your buddies together. So
I like that because in GoldenEye, because there's a lot of screen watchers. I wasn't one of them. No. But
you were a spawn killer.
And in Perfect Dark, even in multiplayer, plays co-op with the bots. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a great game.
Yeah.
So that is my number 3.
Number traits.
Ooh, all right. Tobis.
My number 3 is Mass Effect 2.
Ooh.
Mass Effect 2. And the reason I picked 2 is because I think they kind of, like most series, they really found their stride. Like Mass Effect 1 was awesome, but I think the combat was a lot better. And 2, the dialogue options, they really fine-tuned a lot of things. And that universe is definitely one to get lost in. Made me feel like, a Star Wars story or something, just this big epic kind of Star Trek 2, all these alien races that you get to befriend, and the impending universe doom, and you're saving it. And I like the squad-based combat was kind of unique to me at the time. And so it was interesting having to level up other characters along with. Yeah. Which I know is a very JRPG thing to do, but I didn't play many of those, so
Well, I mean, the dialogue in the
It's all
interaction-
RPGs, not just Japanese. God,
Yeah, I mean, but
So
the
ignorant.
interaction.
Well, no, I mean the whole having a squad and upgrading the characters with you was very. In JRPGs, you typically have like a party,
right?
so and you got to manage the skills of your party as
Yeah.
well. Which in like other RPGs that I had played, like American RPGs, it's just you. Like Skyrim, it's just you. So this was like one of the first games that I played with Mass Effect where you would get party members and you'd have to manage their
And
skills
I
as
think what
well.
set Mass Effect apart than most of these other type of games is the interactions with characters.
Yes.
The dialogue, you felt for the characters, you fell in love with them. It was really fun.
Well, because your consequences of like what
Mhm.
characters you let die or live translated into the next
And
game.
this is
I
why
know.
I'm getting excited for Anthem, is because I think they're going to do the story very well, and I think the co-op in it is just something I've been looking for a long time.
Yes.
Sweet. Well, my number 3 was Mass Effect 1. What? So,
Wah, wah.
I
How
know.
funny.
So, I mean, the whole reason, like Shepard has been just one of my favorite like characters to follow. But a lot of the points that you made, the combat, like squad-based combat, was fun. You had spaceships, you got to fly around, you got all the alien
What?
races, you got all the fun space things to do. So,
Yes.
Can you make love with aliens?
yeah, you
You-
can.
What?
That's
Come on.
the only reason you play that game. Literally the only reason.
You could make love with anything you want.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
don't discriminate.
race, gender, or molecular
Mm,
specific. You know,
It could be a
Um,
blob.
the only downside to those games was the damn vehicle.
Yeah,
Suck
that
to
was-
drive,
Yeah.
whatever they.
It's-
hard to-
Yeah, yeah. It was,
It
still
was
bad.
so wonky. You'd hit a bump and you'd like
Yeah.
basically like flip over. But God, those games are so good. I always wanted like it's one of the games that I
That's
I
why
go back to start playing and then I realize how huge they are and how many new games are coming out. So I stopped
Yeah.
playing.
I feel you. Well, let's go ahead and we had a couple mentions. Kush 4D also said Mass Effect. Chuckles
Nice.
said Portal 2, which he probably never played it.
That
That's-
was so fun.
People love that
I
game.
love
Yeah.
Portal. I play both. I love it.
And Green Fiend said the new Star Wars was the best one.
Battlefront, I guess.
I don't know. He said the new
I've
Star
had a lot of
Wars.
fun with Battlefront.
Yeah.
The visuals
It looks,
are
it looks
freaking
great.
amazing. It's like one of the best looking games on my One X right now. And it's honestly really fun. I feel bad that they had all those issues with the microtransactions coming out.
Yeah.
Because it's honestly a solid game. The campaign is
Yeah,
awesome.
it's a lot of fun.
Multiplayer is great. It really makes you feel like you're in a Star Wars battle. There's
Yeah.
so much going on.
And you said Kush said Half-Life 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think-
He's saying Mass Effect now, BioShock, Star Fox.
Well, he only gets one.
Star
This is a round.
Huh.
This is
I told him
number
to
three.
put all 5 in
Kush.
one, so I was trying to hit his others, and so. Well, wait. He only put
Star
4.
Fox,
Oh
though,
no,
it's
he
Star
said
Fox.
he didn't
Well,
say. He didn't
You know,
say.
everybody
I'll
gets
pick it.
one pick each
I'll pick
round.
it. I'll pick a
Sometimes,
new one
you know,
each
you
round.
kind of have to pump the brakes there. Even though I appreciate when he was guest host, he had some solid retro game picks.
Yeah.
So
All right. So Rickus, what's your?
Everybody's still waiting for Half-Life 3, by the way. And it's never gonna come out.
it's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
Drop us.
So,
Drop us with number 2,
yeah,
Rickus.
Valve is
Oh,
making
let
too
me-
much money on
let me
Steam
pull up
right
my
now
list here.
to bother with making games.
All right.
So you're number 2.
I'm gonna take it number 2.
It is Portal, the first one.
Portal, the first one.
Ooh,
All right.
okay. So why? Why'd that make number 2 on your list?
One, I like puzzle games, and that was
You do.
yeah. And
Nope.
you go through the whole. What is wrong with you?
I was
What?
shaking my head. No.
No, you said nope,
Nope.
nope.
Yeah.
You don't
I
like
believe
puzzle
it.
games.
Just, you have to learn to tune Tommy out.
I can't. It's in my ear. Anyways,
And in
you
your
go to the-
eyes.
yeah, it's the worst part. And you go through the game. You're trying to solve each level you pass through, and on top of that, you have this maniacal bot or the AI system in the background, Gladys,
Mhm.
and she's constantly telling jokes, and it's so funny. and what was it? Aperture. That's the name of the company. And but then she at the end she's like, if you complete this, you'll get some cake. And you finally get towards the end of the game, you see some writing on the wall. There's the cake is a lie. And
There's cake. I guess they should say hi.
But that phrase right there, the cake is a lie, is like heard through all out like our gamer community.
Yeah, kind of like all your base are belong to us.
And it's just so funny. But it's the mechanics of the game and the ingenious way to solve puzzles. It's really fun to me. So that's why it's my number 2.
That's fair.
Awesome. My number 2 is
whoa.
Don't lean on that.
It's broken.
What did you do?
His glass table popped
out
because he was leaning on it.
It was so loud.
Well, speaking of jump scares, my number 2 is Dead Space.
No. Number 2?
That is my number 2.
I love that franchise.
As you all know, sci-fi is my favorite genre, and the only thing that's better than sci-fi is sci-fi horror because it combines my 2 favorite genres. And Dead Space was awesome. When that first one came out, it looks good. The sound design is amazing. Like, I watched all the behind the scenes on like how they did the sound on that, like to get the creepy sounds. The story was good. The monsters were creepy as hell. Just an amazing horror atmosphere. Love that game. And I thought it was really cool that the main character was just an engineer. They're just like, here, you're gonna fight with all your tools that you use to fix
that
the
was
shit.
The cool part. You're just like, hey, I got a saw pipe, and you're like, your main job is to
I got a weld gun.
Dismember the aliens, and that's the only way you can kill them because you cut off their arms, they're still coming at you.
Yeah, they don't stop. They never stop.
Yeah, you got to take the legs and arms off, then the head, and there's that creepy monolith thing.
That, I would definitely buy it. The EA got a hold of it.
Yeah,
and the third one just sucked. But the first one,
well, I was really sad because Visceral was supposed to make a Star Wars game, and that got canceled.
I saw.
It was a linear first-person game, and I was like, it would have been incredible. Maybe it will come back. Who knows? Probably not. But Visceral, they did an amazing job. I still go back and play Dead Space.
Remaster it. I want to buy it.
It doesn't even need to be. It looks good still. I played it on my Xbox.
Remaster for 4K, bro.
Oh, I would definitely buy it. Yeah, you can have my money.
Yeah.
Tommy, what's your incorrect number 2 pick?
My incorrect number 2 pick was Dead Space.
No, I don't believe you.
It is
the first one, or
I did it based kind of on the series, but as I played all 3, played through them all.
Yeah.
But I remember just like my biggest memory is of the first one, and because I'm not really like a horror game guy, so this typically doesn't fall under the style of game that I play, but it was just so much fun, just like the strategy of taking down enemies and stuff. But I remember like I'd play and I had my subwoofer at my feet, and every time like something would like hit, it would start like puffing air on my ankles, and I would just like get like so tense the whole time, like I don't know what's gonna go on, I'm gonna die. But
so creepy.
It was so fun, like all the different little battles. I just
a lot of the stuff they did with gravity. And then like the zero gravity areas, or like
that was in number 2, right?
Outside. They did in both of them, and or in all of them, and the moments where you would go outside the spaceship, so the audio would cut.
Oh yeah, that was so creepy.
As you're breathing, I'm telling you, the sound design in that game
was
some of the
best. It was one of my favorite because you hear the violin go, but nothing's happening. So the music is tensioning you up for no reason.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, there was nothing.
There was nothing there.
Yeah, and then there's no cue music, and something burst out of the wall.
Yeah. Oh man, so creepy.
It was.
Disembowels you.
But no,
I appreciate that, Tommy.
Yeah.
We shared that number 2.
I know we've shared our number 2 and 3 pretty much.
We kind of like held hands.
We did
the past 2 rounds. It was nice. Did our listeners have any new ones to throw out?
Let's see.
Yeah,
they
are.
Are
give us, like 6 games for one
I got StarCraft from Kush.
Mhm.
And I'm just adding that. But
Apparently, we got reported by Kush. He reported us.
Oh, or did he just report me?
Yeah, I hope
I
he
don't
just
know. Just
reported
me?
you.
Yeah.
I think
Either way, it's probably justified. I don't know.
Usually,
Anyways,
usually is. Man, I'm
All
really
right,
nervous
boring. Anyways, we're on like
number one.
We're
This is our
picking
top
up on
pick.
number one. This is top pick for sci-fi games, and I guarantee that neither of you have the
Can
same
we go
speed.
Swaz go first?
You want me to go
I wanna see-
first?
Yes, because
Okay.
I want to see if you picked my number one.
I also want to see if he picked the one, if he failed me or not.
Yeah.
Halo.
Okay. You didn't pick mine.
He did fail me,
He failed
but
us, but
he failed.
It's okay. I'll make up for
But
it.
that's okay.
It could be in my
Halo is-
honorable mentions.
Halo is a good.
It's
good
I mean,
franchise.
especially
the
like
first one or which
nah,
Halo?
I mean, like Halo 2 was probably my most memorable.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
Halo 2 and 3 were my favorites of the series. But I don't know. I mean, you're a freaking Master Chief. You're saving the world. You got spaceships. You got laser guns. You got real guns. You got jetpacks.
Multiplayer.
You got multiplayer.
Blonsky,
It's
soundtrack.
You know, you had sticky grenades. Like, there's nothing more satisfying than you're about to lose in a fight. You just lob a sticky, and then boom, you get that like
How about
after
that
death kill.
Needler?
Oh man, Needler's great.
Yeah.
I can never understand how to use
I love a
Needler.
kill with a needler.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
satisfying.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It just that one for me was like my feel of all the sci-fi like adventure. So yeah, it's my
It
number
was epic.
number one.
We
one.
all like.
We
I mean,
all played
all of
it,
us have spent like years of our life,
Yeah.
like
dude.
staying up all night playing Halo 2.
I never knew
Right.
how foul mouthed people could be until I played Halo 2.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
It
when we
brought
learned
all-
like
it brought the worst out
That's-
of 5-year-olds.
yeah.
Race all of them.
That's
Yeah.
well. That's when like the live chat started to get real popular.
Yeah.
Was Halo
That
2?
was that was Xbox Live. It was Halo 2 was one of the first games to be Xbox Live. I still have my day one user name from
Yeah.
Xbox Live.
Yeah, me
But
too.
yeah, I remember one
Phalanx.
time I was playing with you guys and my mom came in the room and somebody like because their voice you can hear through the speaker and somebody
Yeah.
was like, "Your mom's a bitch" or something, and my mom grabbed the thing and started like talking to him, and of course my mom's like sweet and she won't say, and she was just like being like, "Oh, you can't say those things." The kid's just like, "You're gay," and like, it's like, God, like
Did teabagging start in that game?
online,
Yeah, you could
just
see
the
that.
internet brings out the worst
It
in
does.
everybody.
It really
So,
does.
I want to say that teabagging was started in Halo 2.
oh yeah,
I
teabagging started in Halo for
Yeah.
sure. Good pick, Tommy.
Good pick.
Thanks,
I'm
guys.
still disappointed in you. I'll see if you throw it into an honorable mention before I call you out.
It's
Okay.
gonna be my number one.
It is your number one?
Mhm.
Okay, well, Ricky's number one should have been on your list.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Chrono Trigger.
See, I didn't really see that one as being to me. That one didn't hit sci-fi.
It's sci-fi.
Like, I know they had time travel, but to me, like I picked all my games based off my essence of sci-fi. So, like
You're
to
wrong.
me, that game
Your
doesn't
definition
scream
of sci-fi is
That's-
incorrect.
That's
They had a time machine built, and he got sent to a different parallel
doesn't
universe.
matter. I had
Right.
Final Fantasy and the other
7
games and
different
stuff on my
dimensions.
honorable mentions, but to me, that like I don't see that game. That game doesn't scream to me sci-fi. Like all my,
Okay.
if you notice, all my
Fair
picks
enough.
have all
but
been
it
very
is sci-fi.
sci-fi industrial. I don't know if you guys noticed that in the theme. It's all very like industrial, space age.
Right. You picked
And-
blatantly sci-fi games.
Right. I didn't want to go for any stretches.
That's
Well, it's
It's-
not a
it's a-
stretch. It's just
It's
like,
sci-fi, but it's
One of-
I think
one of
it's
your
more
characters
fantasy.
Is a robot.
Yeah,
You can
it's
pick a
just I don't know.
robot.
It's more like a fun fantasy.
Teleport to a different universe. You go to the end of time. It's
Yeah.
all sci-fi. What are you talking about?
I mean,
know. It's
it's,
just- it doesn't-
sci-fi is a broad genre. Like, say the movie Her is a sci-fi movie, but there's no spaceships. There's like
Just
current
AI.
time. It's just they've invented AI that's
Yeah.
in his.
I'm not
Her.
disagreeing with you, But I'm saying my picks.
We're just saying we're surprised because it's one of your favorite games
all five
that
of your picks were just wrong. Terrible.
I just went after
can't
games
say that because you picked half my games.
I'll have all great games on my list, but they're all sci-fi futuristic.
Yeah.
And that's what when I think sci-fi, these are like what I picture sci-fi.
So Ricky, why did you pick Chrono Trigger as your number one?
Number one, music is awesome in that game. We also have characters really cool. We have the art style was really awesome at the time with the little cell shaded, but they're all cell shaded because it's Super Nintendo. But it was the coolest game ever because you travel through time. You're trying to save. You accidentally travel to the end of time, which was like year 1999 or something. Isn't that what it is, Tommy? 1999.
I don't remember.
It's something like that. But then he decides to take upon himself, hey, the world's going to end in about 1,000 years. I'm going to save it. And so he does. And so he gathers like 7 different people from different time zones, or not zones, but dimensions. Periods. Thank you. And you get Magnus, you get Glenn the Frog, you get Luca. Was it Lucia? Lucia. Yeah, thank you. And then you get the princess. You can free stuff. And it was just all around. You love the characters, you love the music, you love the plot. It was just really good, and it was epic at the time.
Oh yeah, it's definitely one of those games that pops up on multiple lists.
We should just call our podcast the Chrono Trigger podcast. It comes up like every other podcast.
Almost.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a good game though.
TJ probably played this game but doesn't remember.
We should ask him who the main character is.
Ooh, even Kush 4D agrees with me.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know who that guy is, but he's a rando.
All right, Toby, who's your number one?
My number one sci-fi pick is Resident Evil.
Ooh.
And I picked that one because, again, my very favorite genre is sci-fi horror, and that game is what got me into horror games and got me into that genre. It was so creepy back in the day, and again, it's another super atmospheric game. I love the whole having to manage your items so that you don't run out. I love the tenseness that goes along with having only certain saves. Like, it's like, okay, do I save my ink ribbon and wait and save later, or I just use it now?
Oh yeah, because
just in case I die.
Because if you didn't have it, you couldn't save.
Right.
You had to go to a typewriter or something like that, right?
Ribbon. Yeah. And I mean, it was obviously it's not an obvious sci-fi game, but it's these scientists doing experiments and like creating mutations because they're trying to create super soldiers and things. Resident Evil 2 was much more sci-fi than the first one, but I'm just mentioning this first one because that's the first one in the series that I played that got me into games like Dead Space and Silent Hill and stuff. And I just love the Resident Evil franchise.
Me too.
Yeah.
So that was my number one.
And our Kush added BioShock to his, and Chuckles added Final Fantasy as his number one. He he probably doesn't know that there's more than one. But
Final Fantasy 1 is his favorite.
Did you play the Wizard, TJ?
Mystic Quest. He probably doesn't even know that.
He just played whatever girls in a bikini. That's who he played.
Yeah. So honorable mentions. So there's a whole bunch. Does anyone particularly want to?
I'm gonna go first, just so you guys don't take all of mine.
Okay.
Since 2 of my honorable mentions were already in your like normal picks, I think we said before the show that we'd do like up to 3. So I'll just name my 3 honorable mentions real quick. Alien Isolation.
Okay.
That is probably the best Alien game and super creepy survival game. Doom. I guess I'll just say the most recent remake because they just nailed that old school feel and the visuals. Super awesome horror shooter, fast-paced shooter, and the Fallout franchise.
All right. Nice.
I don't like Fallout as much as I like the Elder Scrolls franchise, but it is a solid RPG, and I really enjoyed Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Looking forward to Fallout 76.
Me too. Beta.
All right, my honorable mentions are Fallout, which you already just hit, and Gears of War.
Okay.
So it's very
solid.
Sci-Fi.
Yep. It's a fun game.
Yeah. No, I love them. It's a good series. A lot of fun co-op. Horde mode's great.
Yeah. Horde mode is the best.
Yeah.
I think we played multiplayer together a little bit, but I think more than that, it was a fun game to run through co-op, like you mentioned. I think I played through those games like with my brother or Lance in co-op mode.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, mine, I had the newest Doom that was on there. Another one that I really love was Star Fox 64. That was super cool.
It was very short, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it more for the multiplayer. And then, yeah, that was kind of it. Doom and that were my kind of honorable mentions of the ones I felt like were, because Doom had that similar to like that Dead Space, just that it was like that horror, but like futuristic bad guys, and you're like in this like weird, like you're on Mars and
open the portal to hell.
Yeah.
Mars. Or you can get the movie version and just make it a virus.
Yeah,
turn it into Resident Evil with the Rock. Mars with the Rock.
Mega Man.
What was so hard? Why does Hollywood have to make it so difficult? Why can't they be on Mars, find an ancient artifact that opens a portal to hell? Why is that so difficult? I don't understand.
It's too religious. But we had some honorable mentions from the crew, Quake and Mega Man.
Oh, Mega Man's really good, man. Yeah. Mega Man X. Oh, I played
that. For SNES, dude.
Yeah.
Did anybody buy the new releases, the collections?
No, I was tempted to do it, but then I was like, I'm pretty.
What about 11? Are you interested in 11 at all?
I don't do a lot more side-scrolling games anymore. But
too good for side-scrolling.
I am. I don't do a lot of them.
Mega Man X was fun because you could start off. You can go in any direction. You could pick out of like the 11 bosses. You could decide which one you want to kill, and then they give you an upgrade. So it was really cool. I liked the way they did that.
Yep.
Any others, Tommy?
We got Space Invaders from Chuckles, who's just he's just picking things with the word space in it. I guess I don't know.
Is he really a gamer?
I don't know. He doesn't stream.
Twitch. Yeah, follow Chuckles on Twitch.
Yeah, follow Chuckles for real.
Yeah,
for real.
Everyone
that's in here right now. Every 6 months, so you gotta catch him.
Yeah,
he's like the groundhog.
Yeah, he's like the groundhog.
So, yeah. What's next?
Right. We have. That wrap it up for
that's gonna wrap it up. I think so.
That was a fun main course.
I had a great time with it. So I think we've got you did come up with a topic.
I just love sci-fi. Any chance to talk
about love sci-fi and lists. Those are your favorites.
Lists are great because it's nostalgia. Yeah. And nostalgia is always a good time.
It is.
You like lists because it's quarterly.
It's true. All right, Rickus, hit us with that Overwatch League update.
So they're adding new teams. These are rumors, so don't quote me just yet. The Washington, D.C., we have Atlanta, and we have Paris, and we have a couple of more in China, which I don't know the names. I can't pronounce it. So there's that. And then China's team, Shanghai Dragons, they got rid of like all 8 of their players.
Because they never won.
They didn't win one game last year. So they were 0-40. So that's no surprise there.
40 games and couldn't win one.
Yeah.
And then Shadowburn and who was the other one, Tommy, that got kicked off the what was the other one? Can't remember his name, but I know Shadowburn was one of them.
He was the only one I cared about. I mean, they got rid of it looks like Zebasai, Zappos, Neptuno, and I think they just announced today that they got rid of Kwoosh from Mayhem and Logix.
Yeah.
Almost they're like half their original starting crew.
We weren't that much better than...
no, we only won 4,
to be honest, the 4 games that we probably won were against Shanghai Dragons.
Yeah, we beat them 3 times. We won against, was like LA Gladiators, I think. One time.
That's surprising. I don't remember that. Okay.
I thought we won against them too, but...
But they are trying to get stadiums built for the players' teams, so that way when they play a game, they play like if they're from Florida, then the team will fly to Florida if they're the away team. The problem I see with that is a logistics issue, is because the uh, team that's in China, you're gonna have a team that's in Paris.
Right.
So what I think they should do is, rather than doing like two games back to back, because they do play like on Wednesday or like a Thursday,
Right.
space out the games. Do like football, one game a week, or maybe once every 7 to 10 days, or something like that.
Yeah.
That way you can count for travel time, and that means every game counts. And when
Right.
you play, so it's more intense. Like football, I think they have a good strategy. That they only play 16 games out of the year.
Right.
And so it's all very intense. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that's
Sure.
it for the Overwatch League update. There's really no updates in the Overwatch game itself. I don't know what's wrong with Swags, but
I'm super excited for the next part.
what's the next part?
Oh,
Snack
Ah.
of the week.
Oh no!
Wing of the
I do
week.
like this segment, but Tommy ruins it about half the time.
Oh, he
Yeah.
does.
Oh, and I already told you I'm ruining it. I told you in advance.
Seriously?
I don't
It's-
understand.
It's gonna be
Why?
a wing.
This
Ah.
every week.
Every week, it's just a dry rub. It's just a dry rub.
It's
baby.
just another reason for listeners to tune
This is
out.
next level. Next
not.
level.
It's not.
Is
Yeah.
it those wings that you wrapped in bacon?
No, I didn't wrap that in. I wrapped, it was cheese. They were like fried plantains and cheese wrapped up, and those were deep fried, and then I wrapped those in bacon.
You had bacon wrapped wings the other day that you
No.
sent.
No, it wasn't bacon wrapped.
Just let him go first.
Anyway,
Just
It
go
was-
first.
Well, I'll get it out. All right, so we made a crap ton of bacon, so that way we could get a whole bunch of bacon grease, and then we
Yeah, I was
marinated. We marinated the chicken in the bacon grease.
Sounds like a cholesterol problem.
Yeah, totally. And then we smoked the wings, and so actually didn't have seasoning on them. Like the bacon grease was the seasoning, so there was no dry rub. I'm super excited for this. It was so good. But then, yes, no, we had these little, they were like little fried plantain things. Like, I was trying to not move. Oh. And then there are these little like fried plantains, but they were like wrapped in mozzarella cheese or something, deep fried. And then I took the bacon that we cooked, wrapped in that, and ate it. It was so good. That was my real snack of the week. But I had to tell the wings. I had to. It is.
It's almost
But I'm
like
getting
God
stronger.
knew you were going to tell us wings because all your audio cut out. That's why we were laughing.
No.
Go
No.
Steve before he has a chance to retell it.
No. I had bacon soaked wings. And fried
I didn't really
plantains and
have
cheese
anything
wrapped in bacon.
amazing for a snack of the week this week.
I hate you guys. Every
Yeah.
time. How does this happen whenever I talk about the wing of the week?
Because
God
it's a
knows.
sign, because you've
God
talked about
knows.
wings too many times. There's no more things you
My
can
face
say about
hurts.
wings.
There's
There's
really-
nothing to be
it's-
said.
It's going to be, this Cajun dry rub was spot, bro.
And it doesn't matter because they all get annihilated in ranch anyway.
Don't do that
so
anymore.
what's-
I got over that. Why are you guys holding
So-
hands? Can I see
No,
that?
he was flicking the metal bar and it was vibrating. I'm sure the mic is going to pick that up.
Yeah. I thought you
I'll
were...
just say mine real quick. I made an orange chicken stir fry the other day.
Oh,
Turned out pretty good.
Stick your wrist like a
It's,
stir
I
fry.
made a nice
I wish I
orange-
could like play that song
Orange
right now.
sauce and tossed
Mhm.
it in just like chicken, peppers, onions, and broccoli.
well, today I had something pretty good.
Oh,
Kim made a
Who's
really
Kim?
good one. This woman I hire.
okay.
She made basically a chicken or a steak Philly, but in like a wrap. And
Oh,
so, Yeah,
nice.
so she did that. She put mozzarella. She sautéed onions. She did peppers as well. And then on top of that, she got what's that French dip sauce that you use?
Au jus.
Au jus sauce. She
Yeah.
made that
Oh, that's
homemade.
good.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
so.
Wow, she stepped
Yeah,
her
that
game
sounds
up.
so good. I really want that.
Yeah.
What do you say, Tom?
Said stepping her game up. Look at that.
Yeah, it was just for lunch. I was like, what the hell is this?
Well, now that she works so late,
Mhm.
she kind of has to like bust out the big meals at lunch.
Yep. And so yeah, it was super delicious, and I'm full. I don't need to eat.
Nice.
Nice. Well, cool, man. Well, that was a fun show. We got people watching and making lewd comments. Even though no, it's not. There's a whole bunch of emotes though.
Oh my gosh.
But so we'll go ahead and wrap up. Let everyone say where we can. Say where they can find you guys. Overwatch.
You can find me at overwatch.com.
Nice. On the homepage.
On the homepage. You can find me at rickus.com or _rickus on Instagram and Twitter. Rickus out.
Rickus out. And you can find me on Instagram, Toby_TND. That's T0BI_TND. And The Nearly Dead's just released a new video, so go watch it.
Oh, you're plugging your band.
I am. Hey, it hasn't even been a week, and we already got over 10K views,
what?
so it's going pretty good.
Wait,
nice.
Wait,
aren't you? What? Yeah. Yeah, where's your Game Snacks t-shirt in your music video? That's what I want to know.
And where your wife is supposed to be plugging us on her podcast, too. Connections, bro.
Yeah. I haven't listened to her podcast in a while, so she knows that. I told her.
Okay.
It just, it depresses me. Too much true crime, and I get depressed.
Yeah, my wife refuses to listen to our podcast. She says we're too nerdy.
Yeah, she just doesn't get it.
Nope,
She's
she
a pleb.
doesn't. She is.
She's a pleb.
Flat chat pleb all the way.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, you guys can find me on Instagram at the Tommy Swags. It's 2 G's and a Z. And then most importantly, our podcast is now on Spotify. So you can check us out there. If you have a Amazon Echo, you can say to play the latest episode on Spotify, and it will play that.
I was going to say you can find Tommy dead at B-Dubs.
Nah, man, I'm a Wildwing Cafe.
Of over ingestion of wings.
No,
I should put wings on your tombstone.
Yeah, let's say rest in wings. All right.
Just bury with some wings. Gary said we're not going to be playing games. We're going to be caught watching Castle Rock.
Yeah. Can I finish? Dang.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You like being interrupted or being distracted?
Dang.
Yeah. How's it feel?
Dang. Dang.
There's a glitch.
A glitch in the Matrix. But, you follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Game Snacks Show. Also, for those listening and not watching us live, you can follow us on Twitch, where we are hosting our shows live, probably around Thursdays, I guess. I don't know. That seems to be our first two. So definitely check us out. Like us, follow us, join us on Facebook, facebook.com/group/GameSnacks. And have fun and make fun of the people that we know and love.
Kush 40 is the worst. Chuckles 40 is the worst. Gary's okay.
Chuckles 40. Chuckles for real.
Who the hell is Gary?
You don't know who Gary is?
I say that every time in the past.
Okay.
It's Gary.
He's just a guy who says games trash.
Games trash. See.
It
is.
See.
I say it because I love it because there'll be 600 messages in the chat of everybody else, and then all of a sudden Gary will chime in.
Games trash.
It's who the hell is Gary?
Or he just says C. SEA, all capital
for Sea of Thieves.
Instead of just SOT, which would be the abbreviations of the game. He just says
C.
C.
All caps.
Speaking of that game's trash.
Yeah.
But not as trash as Destiny.
No, Destiny 2 is way better than Sea of Thieves. Way better.
Oh, sick pops.
All right, guys.
Speaking of
that's fun
games, I'm gonna go eat dinner.
All right.
That's not a game.
I'm gonna go pick up my Spider-Man PS4.
Your Spider-Man paperweight.
Yeah. Pretty much, because I'm never going to touch it. I don't play games anymore.
You're just going to play Destiny on your new PlayStation. That's all you're going to do.
I'm going to play it for a week.
He buys every console, and then he just plays PC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Well, I didn't pay for any of these. I traded all my old stuff in for it, so I didn't come out of pocket.
You should have just kept your old stuff and then traded it in when the new PlayStation 5 comes out, rather than upgraded.
Why? My PS4 was running slow, so.
Oh, whoa! Because you lost so much time.
Yeah.
Leaving meeting.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy, listen.
Bye, guys.
We were talking.
Bye, guys. I'm ending stream.
No, we're leaving first. No, we're hanging up.
No, we're hanging. Love
We're
you.
hanging.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
It's just me.